My name is Jordan Shelton-Smith. My gamer tag is Zenix, Zenixed dash underscore dash. I'm in 10th grade and I go to UHSC.
Awesome. And so, how did you discover high school esports? How did you discover that this is something that you would be able to compete in, compete at these LAN events, compete in these online events?
Well, I've always been playing video games since I was little. It's always something I enjoyed. So when I was walking up the stairs, I seen a poster on the wall and I thought, my first year here, might as well do something. I came in, I really enjoyed the way they explained it. At home, I'm playing my game, I'm in my own zone, and I really succeeded during it.
Yeah, absolutely. And do you have any plans to maybe go on to college to play Madden or just college in general?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. And so I heard a little bit about your Madden journey in the fall. Can you tell us a little bit more about it? Talk about the tournament and how you placed and stuff like that.
Okay, so the tournament is pretty much we play from home. We make sure we invite each other to the game. We set it up. During the games, it's like 5-minute matches. We both play. It's a best out of 3, and sorry. Oh yeah. So we make sure to log who won each round. If I win, I press it. If he wins, he presses it, and that's pretty much it. It's really simple, but it's really fun.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit more about the fall season. You said it was play versus the fall season. Did you did you compete against a lot of tougher opponents, or did you kind of cruise through the bracket, taking people down?
Yeah, most of the opponents this season were definitely more tough than the first time I played. It was definitely way more difficult. We have like 2 opponents that were above me. They were both 7-1. I did give the person in the number 1 spot their first loss. Some of the people in the placements, I didn't really play them. So in the playoffs, it got a lot more difficult because I didn't know how they play. I didn't know what to. I had to make my own adjustments. But I did end up finishing 3rd place. One match I'm pretty sure I did lose my very first match back playing, and then the second match, I had a technical difficulty. My internet was not working.
Yep, that stinks. Yeah.
So, I ended up finishing up in 3rd place.
Yeah, I remember, and that match too was like Jordan had to forfeit it because of the internet, and you can't always. The way Play VS does their system, like you have to make up the match that week, and not every player can always do that. So it's very hard to make up matches. But it's okay because then even in the bracket, he was able to come on top anyway. So didn't really matter, Sheridan.
Yeah, absolutely. And I heard about that match against Baker High School. Nearly 2 hours of competing. It kind of sounds pretty tiring. Can you talk a little bit about that match? What was that like, going 2-1? Like how did you keep your spirits up? Because that sounds like a pretty long day of Madden.
Yeah, it was very back and forth. Pretty much every single match. I want to say. I want to say I kept my calm, but not really. It was a lot of getting mad, but I had to refocus, really focus on what he was doing, what he was beating me with, and eventually I ended up beating him, which is it was a really exciting moment.
Yeah, can you talk a little bit more about what that victory meant to you?
It meant a lot because I had a lot of people saying, I'm gonna lose, and my brother was cheering with me. My mom and my dad and my grandma congratulated me. So it was a nice add-on to that. And coming here and having everyone congratulate me was nice as well.
Yeah, can you talk a little bit about what that support system means, especially having parents and relatives who kind of maybe get it a little bit? Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, it means a lot considering how the first time when I was playing video games, staying up one night, they didn't really want me doing that. They want me to focus more on school. But, after I told them what I could do with esports and how it's been helping me in school, they started fully supporting me on it. And I'm really glad that they are.
It's great to hear that you have a support system like that. I feel like that's really important. And so you still have quite a few years to go until you're off to college, but have you started your college esports recruiting journey? Have any schools caught your attention so far? Anything like that?
No, I haven't really looked at it yet, but I will definitely get around to it. It's all really new to me, so I'm still trying to figure it out right now.
Definitely, and you have tons of time. You're a sophomore. You have a couple years to go. Are there any professional Madden players that you look up to or base your play style off of? And do you compete in any of EA's Madden tournaments?
For the Madden tournaments, not yet. I'm not old enough quite yet. But people that I looked up to that play Madden, yeah, there's one YouTuber. He's called MMG. He doesn't play too competitive, but he likes to have fun, and I like to have fun when I play. I don't like to take it too serious, and his play style is really nice. He's always laid back, always like trying to do some nice fun play to run against their opponent.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, kind of last few questions here. You've been competing since you were a freshman. Can you talk a little bit about what you've kind of learned over from starting as a freshman to your spring semester of your sophomore year? What have you kind of learned? What have you kind of changed over the years?
Well, I've changed of just mainly running like heavy offenses. I like to run offenses that have scored me many points. But what I had to really change was my defense. I was always letting my opponent score on me every time. Then on offense, I'd end up turning over the ball and they keep scoring and scoring and scoring. So when I started in my sophomore year, I mainly focused on defense. That's all I focused on. That's all I worked on. And eventually what helped me win the championship.
Awesome. Yeah, that's definitely great. And is there anything else that you're looking to improve of over the next few years? I mean, you have a few years until your recruiting process starts. So what kind of is next for you on improvement, and also just kind of what's next for you in general? What tournaments are you going to participate in? Stuff like that.
Yeah, I wanna continue to go to all the tournaments that include Madden. Have college scouts looking towards me, and I guess I want to improve my overall game. I want to be able to be an unstoppable player. They go against me I don't want to go against that guy right now. I want to have that feeling when someone has to go against me.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's all I got. Any social media that you want to shout out? Anything like that?
I guess my TikTok, it's Torac, TORRAC __.